Well, 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 look who it is. If it isn't Bubsy the Bobcat, back again to haunt me. I thought I had enough of this guy from 2024. You know, 2024, the year where I played all the Bubsy games for the first time ever. Great idea, 10 out of 10 idea I had back then. Anyway, today we're going to be doing some speedruns here with commentary, so I can practice for an event that's coming up. Because I'm pretty new to speedrunning, and I've also never done an event live where I've given commentary while playing. It's a bit challenging, but I think I've played this game enough where I think I can handle it. Anyway, let me tell some people I'm live here, and we'll get right into it. Okay, one sec. Okay. Let's close some windows here, make my computer a little faster. I feel like I'm forgetting something important. What could it possibly be? So I do want to test one thing before we get started here. I want to see if streamer mode works with YouTube. It does not. Okay, one second. Alright, there we go. It's probably a bad idea to put the chat right next to the game, because I really shouldn't take my eyes off this game while I'm playing it mid-run, because there's so many hard parts of this game. This game is incredibly tough. It's a 30-minute speedrun, essentially. But they do give you, like, you know, at the end of each level, they give you some time to, like, where Bubsy has a little celebration. He does a dance. For some reason, he's having a victory. And during that time, I can read chat. Anyway, let me just get this started. I'm gonna pull up my splits here. Here we go. It is possible to get a world record here today. Unlikely, but you know, we'll try. It's probably better to go like play a little bit safer for the event, but you know me, I can't do that. We go balls to the wall here with Bubsy, even though he has no balls because he's neutered. All right, here we go. Reminder, this is practice for the actual speedrun event, so I'm gonna pretend like I'm talking to the crowd here. Hello everybody, what's going on? My name is Foxy_TV, and I'm here to give you the gift that keeps on giving all year round. I'm talking about Bubsy the Bobcat. Yeah, we got people out here playing Mario and Sonic. That's right, I feel like I should actually say Mario. I can't handle the people hating me anymore for saying Mario. People coming at me left and right for pronouncing Mario wrong. Can't have this. But yes, we are playing Bubsy the Bobcat today. Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales on the Atari Jaguar. It's quite a difficult game, especially the first level. I must say the first level is probably one of the harder levels in the game. So I will be locked in for the first level, and we'll see what we can do here. Let's get it started. I feel like most of my runs have died. I have like over 300 runs on the damn speedrun tracker, and most of them have died in this level. So it's not like I've played for that amount of time. It's not that crazy. Oh, I forgot to pick up my controller on my avatar too. I must say, the game is playing very smoothly. Last time I streamed this, it was a little bit laggy, to the point where it was difficult to play. Is that Candy Bree? Oh my gosh, I thought I was all alone in here for a second. Just me and Bubsy. Could you imagine the things we would have done? Could you imagine the horrible monsters we could have created together? Just kidding. I would never do anything like that to Bubsy. And even if I did, Bubsy the Bobcat is neutered. How are you doing, Candy Brie? What's going on? Now, I wanted to stream on YouTube today, but I was just so busy with random crap that we didn't do that, and now we're playing. Oh, this might not be. Okay, good. I was afraid I wasn't gonna make that jump. Oh, look, it's the bee! It's the bee from Bubsy, literally in my chat. There's no escape from Candy. Okay. He's going a little too fast. We're gonna kill him. All right. Starting to get a little laggy, and I wonder why. All right, head up here. And we will reach the end of the level. Very easy. On good pace. That's the checkpoint, I mean, the finish line for the end of the level. You don't want to hit them at full speed. If you do, then Bubsy will have to wait a little bit longer because yarn will explode out of there. You know, all skeet, skeet, skeet style. Alright, level 2, Tweedledee and Tweedledummer. This level's pretty easy, so I could talk a little bit about the game. So, this is Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. The Atari Jaguar was from the early 90s. It was the world's first 64-bit console. That's right. Can't you tell that this game is so much like Mario 64? Look at it. Look at all the graphics. Look at all the pixels. It's practically 3D, although, when you really think about it, do you want Bubsy in 3D? Maybe there was one person in the world that played Bubsy on the Super Nintendo and they thought to themselves, wow, I really like Bubsy. I can't wait till they make it 3D on the Sony PlayStation. And then look what happened. And no, that person wasn't me. I wasn't the one person like that asking for Bubsy. Stop it. Your FAQ is wrong twice. Are you talking about the part where I'm not Bubsy? Ah, it's so laggy. Okay, it's fine. I don't want to hear any crap like the lag makes the game easier. It makes it infinitely harder. Ah! I don't have to deal with any of this crap when I'm just playing offline. Okay, there we go. Very nice! Level 2. Which is impressive since there are only 2 points in it. Stop it, Candy Brie! Stop it! Let me see if I can pick up my controller here. That's not it. There we go. Alright. We are about on target here. This level's pretty tough, though. So, how this game... The lore of this game is that Bubsy... I would say he's going through the fairy tale worlds to save Mother Goose. But it's not the fairy tale worlds, it's the furry tale, because the game is called Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales. It's a game about not happy little stories for kids. The game is about furry tales. Anybody know what a furry tale is? Is it like watching the Berenstain Bears? That's right, I say Berenstain Bears, because when I was growing up, that's what it was. That's Berenstain Bears crap. Let's get over here. Man, that was really bad. I usually do that a lot faster. Alright, but yes, because this is the third world in the Alice in Wonderland theme stages, we are going to have to face a boss soon. Yes, the boss of Alice in Wonderland, who is not Alice. That's right. It's, someone else. Someone more horrifying. Honestly, this game is a lot of nightmare fuel when you really look at it. Not just because it's Bubsy. I'm kind of blessed that I have never had a nightmare about this game, considering how many times I played it. Alright, let's jump over here, and we're gonna die here after hitting this switch. The switch opens a door to unlock the boss room, and the dying helps us get back here faster, so we don't have to backtrack. Alright. Don't mind me, I'm just Mario, going up a bunch of mushrooms. Look at me, I'm practically in the Mushroom Kingdom. Actually, does Mario have bees? I guess he does in Mario Odyssey. There was that giant bee, and I think you get the bee suit, or maybe that's the second game. Anyway, here's the boss. I hate this guy. Okay. This should be fine. He's already popping his hat a little bit. He's ready to explode out of his hat. Ah! Oh no, I was too slow! I thought we had killed him. There was an extra hit we had to do there. But there we go! Good pace for our run here, our first run. No practice, I just picked up the game. I got this game, like, permanently burned into my memory. Alright, here we go. +7 on the timer here. Next up, we've got the Jack and the Beanstalk stages. That's right, look at Bubsy. He's got some climbing to do. Oh, this is bad! Play it safe. I'd rather not die there. Damn bees. But yeah, the bees are like the most annoying enemy in this game, or in any game ever. Why does every video game need to have a bee? Like, you think about this? Ah! Hello? Where's the bee? There's supposed to be a bee here. Ah,
What for?
come on, man. My perfect run! What happened? It was destroyed by bees. I hope when we stream this, that you guys all go to the Twitch channel that's hosting the event. And whenever you see a bee, you just spam the Bubsy emote where he's getting impaled by a bee stinger. That would be the best. I'm not going to be able to read the chat till... You see, that's how the bee was supposed to show up. He was supposed to show up like that. But I slipped. 4, 5, alright. There are no resets because, I mean, during the real run, it's not like we're going to be able to reset the game. Alright, in here. I'm going to skip half the level here. Yeah, the Jack and the Beanstalk stages are vertical scrolling platformers. At least this game doesn't have any auto-scrollers, now that I think about it. I don't know, like, which game did that first? That's a good question. Which was the first game that had an auto-scroller, where the screen forces you to go ahead? Nobody likes those levels, right? Alright, there we go. As long as we can finish in about 30 minutes, I think things will be fine. I'll do 2 runs today. Okay. Plus 40? Alright, so next level, this one's pretty tricky. We went for a big skip there, trying to get like a nice, perfect jump between that banana. Okay, this is the warm-up run. We'll go for the skip again. The skip is trying to jump between the box and that vine up top. But as you can see, it's quite a challenging jump to make. There, one less bee in the world. I'll be honest, I heard a story, I saw a report the other day that said the bee population is decreasing globally. Or maybe it's just in the US. But it's like down 60% this year. I'm like, damn, that sucks. We need bees. Bees outside of video games is a good thing. In video games, you could, I'll pass. Maybe it's Bubsy's fault. He's killing all the bees. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're gonna grab this checkpoint. I don't grab the checkpoint in case I die. I just grab it because you need a little extra movement on the right so you can run. And I completely messed that up. Let's head across here. Almost feel like, I kind of feel like resetting. We're so far behind. I'll take another try here. Actually, it's kind of weird because, like, after speedrunning this game for so long, I only know, like, the route that I usually take on the speedrun. Like, if I wish to go off the route, I have no idea what these levels look like. It'd probably also help me to have, like, a list of bulletins or key points that I could talk about during the run. Like, fall damage, that's a taken. How much Bubsy sucks, that's another one. The Atari Jaguar, you could talk about that for like 10 minutes straight, just how weird it is. If they weren't like over $500, I would totally buy one. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna spend my Switch 2 money buying an Atari Jaguar so I could play Bubsy? Great idea! It'd probably be easier to get Atari to port this game to the Switch 2. This is the only game out of the classic Bubsy games that didn't get included in the Bubsy bundle that's coming to Steam soon this year. They're like packaging all the Bubsy games together in one game. I wonder if they're gonna charge like $60 for it or $80. They're gonna charge Switch 2 prices for the damn thing. All right, let's run it back. Yeah, stretch. Okay. Hello everybody, my name is Foxy_TV, and I'm a Fox VTuber that you might know as somebody that's not a furry, and somebody that plays retro games here on Twitch. Today I'm giving you the gift of Bubsy the Bobcat. Now unlike me, Bubsy is a furry. Just look at this guy, walking around with the shirt on, with no pants, no shoes. Look at that face! He practically looks evil. I don't know why he's winking at me. Anyway. We're gonna be playing Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales. Put a 1 in chat if you have heard of Bubsy before. I'm sorry, everybody that's putting a 1 in chat. I'm sorry to hear that. Let me pick up my controller here. All right. So this game, where do I start with this? See, this is why I'm practicing. I have no idea what to talk about here. Here is a game where Bubsy goes through all of the fairy tale worlds. We're gonna start off here with the Alice in Wonderland stages. There's gonna be 3 for each fairy tale. Oh, is Alice in Wonderland even a fairy tale? I thought it was just a book. All right, anyway, let's get this run started. Here we go. Run number 311. All right, so as you can see, this is the Alice in Wonderland world. We've got snakes, flamingos, and rabbits. The rabbits make sense. Maybe there were flamingos in Alice in Wonderland. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. I think there was a cartoon version, and of course the version with Johnny Depp. We have to go up there to hit that switch. Kill these guys. Honestly, this is such a crazy first level for this game. Out of, like, if you go to like any casual person that's curious about this game and see them play it, they'll probably not finish this first level just because it's so ridiculously confusing. Like, you go play Bubsy on the Super Nintendo, you run from left to right, you get to the end. This one, you take twists and turns, you gotta like hit switches and stuff. It's very confusing for a 2D game. All right, head up here. We're doing a big jump here to skip having to platform across all these mushrooms. We'll grab that switch. The switch opens up locked doors, by the way. We got a little time loss there, but it should be okay. We'll see if we're fat. It should be okay, he says. It should be okay. That's it. I'm starting over. Oh my god, what if it was the actual speedrun event, Candy? What if I was live? I would just choke in the first minute. Why did I have to pick a whole speedrun of a game that's super hard? I blame Shiva for this, for making me sign up for this game on the speedrun. Also, it's gonna be at 12 in the afternoon, 12:20. They moved my time to 12:20. Right? That's pretty early for me. It only gets easier after the first level. The first level is definitely hard, but it does not get easier. They did intentionally to weed out the weaklings that aren't ready for pure awesomeness of Bubsy. I think. What's the most casual Bubsy game? It's probably Paws on Fire, which is the most recent Bubsy game, which is the one where you just automatically move to the right. Like, the game moves for you. You don't have to hold right on the control stick. The only thing you have to do in Bubsy Paws on Fire is jump and glide, I guess, and press up and down. But yeah, this is definitely the hardest Bubsy game, that's for sure. It's also the most furry Bubsy game, because it has furry in the title. Do you see this? Alright, next run. I gotta do my intro. I'm not gonna do the intro. We're just gonna pretend I do the intro, okay? I'll speedrun the intro. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's Foxy. I'm gonna be speedrunning Bubsy. Hope you enjoy. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Should I just do that during the event? Just speedrun the intro. Oh, what am I doing? This is not... You're supposed to play this. Uh-oh. Okay, it worked out. That is not the route you're supposed to take there. Anyway, welcome to Bubsy_TV, where we play Bubsy every day. After I finish the stream, I can't wait to boot up Bubsy. Alright, as you can see, we gotta do a whole bunch of stupid crap here within the first 30 seconds of the game. You have to climb up there, hit that switch, get across a giant pool of water, take out these 2 fat little boys. It's a whole lot to ask of your gamer. You know, level 1 is supposed to be a level where you introduce everybody to the mechanics of the game. Like, you get in there, nothing too crazy, maybe no instant kills, maybe you get some leniency. Not on this game! Hell no! Candy Bree is right, this is a trial by fire. If you can't do level 1, you don't deserve to play the rest of the game. Could you imagine, like, the kids that got this game back in the 90s, and they just never beat the first level? How did get away from me! How did the game developers even do this? You know, I wonder if one guy... How many people have actually beat this game? I bet it's less than 100. Isn't that a crazy statistic to pull out of my ass? There we go. Level 1 complete. Also, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse on the event, but I don't really curse anyway. Does ass really count as a curse? I could be talking about a donkey! Hey, -4 seconds. Alright, next up, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Honestly, the 2 most annoying enemies in the game, even though there's just one guy. They're two fat little boys that hold hands and have... See, like, how are you supposed to kill them? When I first started playing this game, I didn't think it was possible to even kill them. Because when you try to jump on their head, they shoot up, like, these red balloons filled with vomit. So, you know, if you jump on their head, you might hit the balloons and die instantly. And if you go from the sides, they throw a yo-yo at you. Oh, get in there, Bubsy! Sorry, I yell Bubsy for stamina. Alright, we're basically skipping the whole level here, which is nice. We take those. This is one of the easier levels in the game. They're cutting you some slack here after that horrible... What am I doing? They're gonna take me back to the beginning of the level! That's it, we gotta go again. I want to throw Bubsy down the well. Give him the ring treatment.
Oh, sure. Let's all torch the Bubster.
Is it legal to own a bobcat? Aren't they, like, dangerous, you know? They're not like regular cats. Aren't they more like mountain lions? I actually don't know. Like, how big is a bobcat? I wonder if I'm allergic to bobcats, because I am allergic to cats. But, like, if I had a bobcat for a pet, is that a workaround? I'll get a bobcat, I'll name it Bubsy. And if anybody asks why I have a bobcat and not a regular cat, I'll say it's because I'm allergic to cats. It makes sense, right? Alright. I feel like life just forced me not to be a cat person. Probably for the best. If you know about that cat, parasite that makes you love cats more. I don't know what the downside is. Maybe that is the downside. There's like a cat parasite that gives you this thing where you just want to be around cats more. Depends on your state's laws. Damn. Well, my state doesn't let you do anything fun. So, the only reasonable solution is that I'm gonna have to move. I kind of hate that they give you 9 lives in this game, because when I want to die and reset, it takes forever. Alright. Next run! Alright. Welcome to Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. I'm Foxy. Here's the run. Ha! Here we go. Alright, so as you can see, we are in the Alice in Wonderland stage. Look at the background. You may recognize that as Windows 95. Yes, it's a Windows 95 desktop background, located conveniently inside Bubsy. That sounded weird. You know what I mean. Alright, we're gonna grab this switch up here, and then kill these guys, jump across this gap. This is a lot of gymnastics they make you do for the very beginning of level 1 of this game. It is a trial by fire. Only the strong can play this game. It's probably like one of the original Kaizo games. Ah! Look at that! No mortal has the reaction time to dodge a cat's tongue like that. Bubsy has never been licked by a cat. Never happened. He's not into that stuff. Alright, let's get over here. Watch out for the flamingos. There's a cat here, but we don't see him right now. So it's so random. Like, sometimes you see the cat, sometimes you don't. Anyway, we're gonna grab that switch. Run like the wind down here. I feel like we may not have enough speed to outrun the bee. No, we do. Briefly talking about the enemies of this game, the bees are in almost every world. They're very hard to escape, they're very annoying. They will give you trauma. If you weren't afraid of bees, play this game, you will develop a fear of bees. Because when you least expect it, they'll pop up and kill you. Now, I've played this game many times, I know where all the bees are basically, I know where to expect to see them, but if you're playing this for the first time, you're going to be on the edge of your seat, wondering if a bee is just waiting for you, just waiting to sting you. And these are giant bees. They're basically as big as Bubsy, so when they sting you, it's not really like so much as about getting a little sting and a boo-boo. It's more about getting impaled and bleeding to death from the giant stinger, which is like a knife. So picture that. Can we get... I guess we do have art of that. It's our Bubsy emote. I was gonna say, can we get an artist rendition of that? Bubsy getting impaled by a bee. Shout out to Kalis for drawing that. Very cool emote. Alright, we're gonna head in this door here. Dude, whenever I see those doors, I think of Candy Breeze Jack-o'-lantern. It was the best Halloween ever. But yes, this level is much easier than the first one. Fortunately, I messed up that jump, but that's okay. It's only a little bit of a time loss. We're gonna climb up here and reach the end of the level. And then we'll head into the third level of the Alice in Wonderland stages. Now, the structure of this game is that there's 15 levels. Each level has 3 stages. So we're going into the third Alice in Wonderland one. And at the end of the third stage, you will fight a boss that you have to hit 12 times. Why 12? I don't know. I guess 3 was too easy. 3 is baby mode. That's for people that play Mario.
Sure, let's all torch the
Sonic has to do a few more jumps than that. Actually, I wonder how many... I'm not that familiar with 2D Sonic, so I am curious, like, how many hits it takes to kill Eggman. I feel like it's not as much... It's not 12. It's a little extreme. Alright, head up here. There's another bee. We baited the bee to come out so we can kill him. The snakes are also very dangerous, and they do appear in multiple levels. They're very cool, though. They got sunglasses. And you have to watch because they throw eggs at you. Remember, this game is from the 90s. This is back when eggs were cheap. So it was cost-effective to throw eggs at Bubsy. But honestly, Bubsy will die if anything hits him. If it starts raining, Bubsy's a goner. You ever notice that? It doesn't rain in any Bubsy games. You know why? Because if the water touches his skin, he dissolves. That's why he instantly dies when he goes into any body of water. Alright, so we grabbed that checkpoint back there, the blue exclamation point. And we're going to use it to warp back there in a second. We just got to go out of our way here to unlock the boss room, because there's a switch up here. Normally you're supposed to go even more to the left, but with this nicely timed jump, we can just get the switch, die, and head back to the right.
Oh, sure.
This is going great!
The bumster.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh my god, I am turning into Bubsy. I'm saying Bubsy quotes. Dude, maybe that's something I should do during the speedrun event. I'll just, like, say... I won't say anything unless it's something Bubsy has said before. So I'll just go live to the events and I'll be like, "Is it Taco Tuesday yet? What could possibly go wrong? Pilot license? What for?" People are gonna think I'm crazy. Ah! Okay, we got it. I mean, people are already gonna think I'm crazy because I speedrun this game. I'm the only one bringing Bubsy to this damn event. The gift of Bubsy. It's all fun and games as long as you're not the one that has to sit down and play it. Alright, we are still on world record pace here. Going into World 4, the Jack and the Beanstalk stages. I have to dodge these bees here. Okay! That was close. Ideally, you can get in there without having to jump around the bees, but... I'm playing a little safe here. Okay, we don't want to die. This time, let's make sure the bee spawns. There he is! We lost our last run because we fell off there and the bee didn't come out. But anyway, this is a vertical scrolling level where you have to climb to the top of the beanstalk and defeat, you guessed it, the giant who's up there. You may picture him as like a giant man with like a beard and a club, but I assure you it's not like that at all. It's quite strange, actually. We'll take a look when we get up there, but first, a well-timed jump. Ah! One interesting thing about Bubsy, and I don't know if you ever played this game before, but if you picture a Super Nintendo controller, Bubsy 1, all 4 buttons, A, B, X, and Y, they are all for jumping. He has no other... He has no other moves. He just jumps. He has 2 different types of jumps. He has the long jump and the short jump that glides. He can't really fly, because bobcats can't fly, but he can glide, kind of like a squirrel, a flying squirrel. I've never seen one of those in real life, by the way. Alright, let's try to get a well-timed jump here to... Oh, we didn't get the jump! Worst thing would be is if you missed the jump and ran directly into that knight. But, looks like we're okay. I think the jump saves about 2 seconds to get through there. But anyway, we're climbing more here. This level's called Highly Stung. It's got a lot of bees. It's got a lot of thorns. It's got a lot of things that kill Bubsy, so we gotta be careful. Especially because everything kills Bubsy. Alright, up here. Perfect. And here's gonna be a bee as they randomly come out. But yes, this game is on... I don't know why I jumped there. This game is on the Atari Jaguar. It is the world's first 64-bit console. It's a bit deceptive because, really... Damn it. Really, it's 2 32-bit processors. But if you do the math, as they used to say in the Atari Jaguar commercials, it's 64-bit. Alright, we're gonna... This is a nice little place to rest here as Bubsy taps his bare foot. He loves showing off his foot for some reason. Alright, we're gonna jump over this bug and grab this checkpoint because this is one of the harder parts of this level in the game, honestly. Whenever you hear the music start to bust out with this bass, It just coincidentally lines up with parts of the speedrun that are very difficult. Alright, this is good. Alright, I almost died there. Okay. We're gonna skip here with a nice well-timed jump, and then lastly, hopefully you don't die! Sometimes on those pill bugs, or whatever the hell they are, caterpillars, if you don't jump on them in the right spot, you just die. And I don't... There's like some parts of this game I don't understand. And that's one of them. It's like, you know, you hit those caterpillars in the wrong spot, you're just a dead man. Or a dead cat. Anyway, we are on world record pace here, going into World 6. We've got some castles up here. This is the Giant's Fort, I suppose. Basically Dark Souls, people. Oh god, I thought I was gonna die there for a second. Okay, careful. We'll sneak by there. It's a sneaking mission! Come on, Bubsy! Bubsy can hear me, right? Alright, now we're gonna grab this invulnerability and use this to just fly through everything. Alright, don't mess up now. Come on. There we go. We're gonna have to climb to the top of this tower, Dark Souls style. There's a bunch of knights we gotta defeat. It's very easy to die in this part too, so we are gonna grab the checkpoint when we get the chance coming up. Okay. Watch this ant up here. Nice. I must give you warning about this boss coming up. It's probably the hardest boss in the game. Well, that sucks. Probably the hardest boss in the game, not because it's supposed to be difficult, but like sometimes when you jump onto him, you just randomly die. And I don't know why that happens. Cool, man!
Pilot's license? What?
Great game design! I think this run can still world record though, but like everything else has to be kind of perfect, including this boss coming up. Alright, getting to the top here. Oh, don't forget about that guy. Alright, here we go. There he is! There he is! There's the giant. But really, is he a giant? Come on, Bubsy. Don't die. I know that you're jumping on broken glass. Don't try this at home, kids! Don't do this to Grandpa's mech suit. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! There it is! Alright, the one shot. It's very, very rare. I would say there's about a 10% chance per hit to die to this boss randomly. But it didn't happen. We are a bit behind here, about 22 seconds, but there is time saved to be had later in the run. We'll see if we can get there. But anyway, we're out of the Jack and the Beanstalk levels. We're going into the desert. That's right, Aladdin, Alibaba, and the 40 Thieves. Never read that book. You know, maybe I will. That sounds like it might be a fun read, huh? I don't know what's the country origin for that book. But I assume it wasn't originally written in English, but I could be wrong. But anyway, it's a desert-themed level. I kind of like these levels. They're, much easier than the first two worlds, even though it's in the middle of the game. And this level in particular is one of the easiest levels in the run, which is nice. Nice little break, especially because at this point you just get a power-up where you can run through everything. Like so. Right to the finish line. Just make sure we don't hit the end there at full speed. I think we might have gotten some time saved there, we'll see. Unfortunately, the next level is quite difficult. I have lost many runs in Desert Storm. Alright, that's good. We saved some time there. There's some very precise jumps here at the start, over here, and of course over these two snakes and a lizard. Now for these guys, you have to wait until they throw the egg in the air. That's the signal that you can jump on them or get past them, because if you don't wait, it'll wind up where the snake will just throw the egg at you at the first chance he gets. Also, these rock guys are new. If you step in front of them, they lick you to death. It's just a quick lick. Actually, it's kind of weird. There's a lot of enemies that just lick Bubsy to death. Maybe it's because, like, saliva is also partially water, and Bubsy dissolves when he touches water, so maybe that's why. Thanks for cheering me on, Candy Brie. I love that part. It's just like Sonic the Hedgehog. A game that you probably wish I was playing. There's like two parts of this game where you feel like you're playing Sonic, where you could just run full speed. It's this part, and it's in the next world, too. And it's only because you have invulnerability. Okay, we're gonna head up here. Okay, very nice. One more. Don't call me Bubsy! Bubsy, Candy Bree! I am not Bubsy! For Candy Bree and anybody else looking in the damn chat, can you please just look at my face and see that I am not Bubsy? This has to stop. I'm having an identity crisis. Alright, big jump here. Alright, and heading down. We're almost at the end. Okay, I think we're in the clear here. The rest of this level's easy. I shouldn't say that, though, because then if I die, especially in front of a bunch of people, it's going to be embarrassing. Oh, nice. We got the extra jump. Look, Bubsy has such a good heart. He doesn't even want to steal any of this treasure. You remember in Aladdin when Abu like went into the cave and he saw like all the gold? He was like, oh my gosh, I want this. And I don't even know why a monkey would want all the gold. Like, what's he gonna do? Sell it to buy some bananas? Bubsy, he can't be bothered with any of that crap. Alright, last level. We got the boss here. This is a very dangerous part of the speedrun coming up, because if you don't make this jump off of the vulture up to that platform, I don't know what to do. Like, the run just ends. So probably the most important part of the speedrun is that I make that jump. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be able to finish the run. I guess I could like learn the backup route. Whoops, didn't mean to hit that. Lost some time there. Come on, get in the tent, Bubsy! Alright, we got another cool part of the run coming up here. We're gonna be going supersonic speed. Actually, I just realized a second. Bubsy doesn't wear shoes in this game. Do you think he's burning his feet on the sand? Doesn't sand get, like, really hot? You know, like, you're not supposed to take your dogs out. I'm not talking about feet, by the way. Like, your literal dogs out on a hot day because the cement gets too hot, you know? Anyway, we need to go for a good time. Jump here! I think this is fine.
Keep it up. Just keep it up.
Well, we tried. I think it's worth going for that. I usually make that jump. Alright, let's head across here. The nice, slow, and safe way. Grab that life. Okay, heading down here. I'm gonna grab this checkpoint because this part of the... Oh gosh, this is bad. Okay, recovered! Yeah, this part of the run is pretty dangerous with these spikes here. This ain't Mario. This ain't Sonic. There are no rings. There's no mushrooms. If you get hit, you die. Because whoever made this game is evil, okay? Just kidding. This game is for people that enjoy a challenge, alright? And also suffering. Let's be honest. Alright, heading into the boss now. Get the damn checkpoint, Bubsy. Alright, what do we got? It's the genie. Honestly, the easiest boss, as long as you don't let her shoot any magic. As long as you jump on her head, and then kill this thing before she gets in there. Yep, that's it. Super easy. Easiest boss of the game. Let's see where we are time-wise. We are plus 33 seconds? 34? Yeah, we lost some time here because we died in the pit.
What do I look like, Flipper?
But hey, let's see if we can make up some time. We'll lock it in and try to make up some time in the water levels here. Water levels, probably the hardest part of the game. It's about a third or a quarter of the run, just because these 3 levels go on for so long. And honestly, I don't even know what fairy tale this is supposed to be. I almost died to those spikes, by the way. That would have sucked. I don't know what fairy tale this is supposed to be. It's clearly not Little Mermaid. That's a Disney movie. There's no... Wait, I guess there are mermaids. It's just... In the game manual, this place is just called Water World. Damn, I say water weird, too. Should I not say water on the live stream? Who is this guy? He can't say... Wait, what happened? I just jumped on his head! Well... Maybe I was supposed to bust out the glide. That's usually the safe way to kill enemies. Do this. If you don't do the glide technique, sometimes you just die. It's alright, we'll keep it going. I'm gonna be such a complainer during this event, man. People are gonna be throwing tomatoes at me. Alright, there's a mermaid here. Here we go. Heading up top. But yes, the water levels here, I don't know what fairy tale they're from. They all kind of look similar. We got hamsters inside submarines. It is a furry tale. That's what the game is called. Well, we didn't need that checkpoint anyway. Alright, heading up here. Go quick enough, we can skip this mermaid. There's also these sharks that are just nightmare fuel. Like, you ever see the goblin shark? In real life, these sharks that have these mouths that protrude out when they open their mouths, like, they like launch their mouths at the fish. It's a very disturbing image. It almost reminds me of that. But yeah, the submarine levels also have these sections where you... Sorry, the water levels also have these sections where you go through these submarines, and you have to go around these sailors All three of them have these, and they're pretty annoying. You gotta memorize the route, but I've got this all on lock. We went in there to get the switch to open the door, and now we're gonna warp back here and finish up this level. Yes, this is still the first water level. They are massive. They really wanted to use the full screen of the game when doing the level design of this. Alright, here we go. And we're gonna take a little bit of a detour at the top here to grab invulnerability, and that'll let us get through this section a little faster. So let's get up here and grab that. And now we can just run through enemies, killing them instantly. Wow, you know, if it was that easy, Bubsy just needed a more powerful shirt. Ah! I thought I was gonna make that jump. Okay, it's fine. Here we go, hopping across. And now we're almost at the end of this insanely long level. Just a couple more platforms to get across. Make sure we don't die to the I can't believe we died to the octopus earlier. It's like, ah! I've never done that before, but okay. That's it. That's the first water level. 5 more levels left in this game. Let's do it. Got a little bit of a time loss here. Guess because we died to the octopus. Makes sense, makes sense. Alright.
What do I look like?
Bubble trouble, here we go. Yes, you can see the bubble, by the way, is what keeps Bubsy safe underwater. With the power and the protection of his air bubble, he cannot be harmed by the water. Okay, get up there! Okay, I thought we were gonna make it. It does beg the question, though, like, what happens if Bubsy farts in his bubble, you know? Is he just stuck with that? He does enjoy Taco Tuesday, so it's a very strong possibility that Bubsy might let one rip inside of his air bubble. Alright, heading across here. This is another part of the game where we have to go out of our way to get a switch to unlock a gate, and then go back. So, I'm gonna grab the switch, die to warp back to the checkpoint.
Who do I look like, Flipper?
No, Bubsy, you don't look like Flipper. Flipper is a dolphin. Do you even know what Flipper looks like? Why would you even ask that? You know, something I heard about Bubsy is that, like, even the people that make Bubsy hate Bubsy. Like, for this game, when they were making it, or maybe it was Bubsy 2, like, the game devs had, like, a dartboard where they would just throw darts at Bubsy for fun. Or maybe they had, like, a plushie where they would just throw the plushie around to torture him. Bubsy should be made by people that like Bubsy. All we gotta do is find some people that like Bubsy. You know? That also know how to make games. Look, mark my words, you have not seen the last of Bubsy. If Bubsy was able to get 2 new games in the last 10 years, there will be more Bubsy games. Then I'll be forced to play them and buy them. Alright, let's head in here. More submarines! Let's see. This way, this way. There's a switch up here we need to grab. The end of this level is in this submarine, so we're almost there. Then we're going to be going up to World 3, where we're going to have to deal with the boss of the water level. And unfortunately, the boss of the water level is a pain in the ass. It's probably one of the harder enemies in the game. He is a giant lobster or crawfish. Ugh. Who saw that coming, right? Maybe there's somebody that made this game doesn't like seafood. Alright, we are... Actually, wait, we saved some time here. Hold on a second. If I lock in... Candy break! If I lock in, this might be a world record. Let's go. I'm gonna mess up. Alright, heading through here. My commentary may dip off here, but just because I'm actually gonna try to go for the world record. Okay, watch the hamster. There, I believe there's a mermaid here. Yeah, I gotta be careful. See, I think the key to, like, speedrunning games like this is to kind of, like, play it so much that you get to the point where you can see ahead of where you are. It's like, I always try to, like, picture where I'm going and like, imagine what's right ahead of me. So it's not a surprise, like... I'm not, so what I'm saying... No, that's gonna suck! We lost some time! I'm not really in the moment, I'm, like, thinking ahead. So up here, there's a shark and a yeah, I forgot how to call him, a seahorse. I almost called him a horsey, but it's a Pokemon. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna need to get some good time save on the crawfish boss. Well, this is good. Alright, kill you. Okay. Alright, we're heading up into the submarine now. Come on, Bubsy. I think I'm gonna go for a risky strat, and I'm not gonna get the checkpoint. It does waste a little time. Dodge that guy. See, there are some sailors you need to dodge, and others you can run under. It's important to remember which one is which. This is fine. This one you jump over, and then you come up top and run under one. And you head up, and then we'll be going towards the lobster boss. The end of this level is a little tricky, though. There's a lot of enemies. This is one part of the game that I've had to play through a few times to get down. But here we go. I'm not going to get the checkpoint. We're going to go for the time save. We're going to need every bit of time save we can, so we're going to have to play risky here. Get the checkpoint. Alright. There is a octopus down here. And a mermaid. Okay. Looking good. Ah! It's the casual Bubsy jump scare. Alright, playing a little safe there. I'll get this checkpoint, I guess. Alright, here we go. Lobster time. Now, if you stand a little bit to the right of his tail, you can get some extra jumps in. This is really good. That was a really good cycle. One more. Let's see if we can do it again. No! I got greedy!
What do I look like, Flipper?
Damn it. I could have sworn he was going to move to the left. I was trying to two-cycle him. Alright, but we'll finish this run up. It's not going to be a world record, but you know what? I think we did pretty good today. I'd be honest with you. I think if I keep doing these practice runs, I might be able to get the world record with commentary, which would be pretty damn cool. My current world record run does not have any commentary on it. Alright, there we go. See, like, if you are a little bit to the right of the end of his tail, it makes him move to the left, so you can get more hits in. But it doesn't always work, I guess. Man, that is a pissed off lobster. Look at this guy. He wants to pinch Bubsy's cheeks. What a pervert. Okay. You know, lobsters are related to cockroaches. You guys know that? Think about that next time you go to the sushi market. Man, plus 52 seconds. What a shame. All right, let's finish this up. That takes care of the underwater levels. Now we're moving into the deep sea world. No, excuse me. That's not where we're moving into. We're moving into the candy world, the dessert land. And honestly, this level's pretty sweet because it's a lot easier than any other level in the game. The levels are short, and they're not too tricky compared to everything else. So we're gonna zip through this and wrap it up. Basically, if I get to this point of the game on world record pace, I feel pretty safe. There's nothing that's too surprising at this point. Other than, like, choking. Like, if you choke the run, then, you know, it's over, but... Alright, that's level 1 here. 2 more to go, and then we got the final boss. Alright, next level's pretty easy, because we can go with invulnerability through most of it.
Nothing can stop me now.
Also, they, like, I feel like this should have been the first level, because, like, it's just so much easier. Like, what were they thinking, you know? Alright, up here, the bees! The bees are back! Of course, you can't finish up Bubsy without the bees. You go through the whole water level thinking you've seen the last of the bees, and then here they are, ready to haunt you again. Alright, gonna slip on some bananas here. There's a bunch of switches you have to grab, so we're gonna do that. But what makes it easier is you can grab invulnerability up at the top here. You also have to watch out for the chocolate dripping. That's hot chocolate, allegedly. This land is all about candy, and as we know, Bubsy is a diabetic. So, cookies, ice cream, sugar, it's all bad for him. Okay, there we go. That's the last switch, I believe. And we'll head down into the exit and go into the final level here of the speedrun. Ooh, you gotta remember to jump over that guy, because the invulnerability wears out. There we go. Alright, the last level! Let's do it, people. Cat on a hot chocolate roof. Keep running, Bubsy. Run with your bare feet. He runs, he flies, he's the coolest video game character ever. Honestly, I think I'm gonna send out that email to Atari right after the stream. Why am I jumping? I'm not supposed to be jumping. Ah! No! What do I do? I'm not supposed to be down here. I wasn't supposed to do that, but there we go. Fixed, solved. Bubsy might still yet have a good game in his future. Stay optimistic, people. Stay positive, as he would say. Man, these eclairs are making me hungry. Right, here we go. And through this door, we've got a couple more bees to work through on our way to the end here. There's one sneaky one up here, but usually he doesn't give me any trouble. Nope. Nice and easy. Okay. And let's head down here. Oh, the bee spawned!
Nothing can stop me now.
Dude, dying in this level is the worst, because if you die here, you have to go all the way back to the start. I can't do this! We melted Bubsy, did you see that?
Nothing can stop me now.
Alright, let's get in here. Kinda sad. But it is what it is. I really wasn't expecting that bee to come out.
Nothing can stop me now.
I know you want to finish this run, but I'll do it. Alright. If I die again, I'm ending stream. It's still a sub 31. That doesn't mean anything, but... I kind of lost my focus when we died to the lobster boss. What was that? Nah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I gotta practice this some more, so expect more Bubsy streams. Hopefully we don't die to stupid crap in the future. I think we did pretty good, except for, you know, the lobster boss. Don't say goodnight, Bubsy! I'll be live tomorrow on Twitch, by the way. I think, I'm gonna do Action 52 tomorrow, which is 52 games. Huh, Candy? Have you ever heard about the Cheetah Men? Is the Cheetah Men? Does it sound like a furry game? I guess you'll have to come back tomorrow to find out. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me company here, Candy. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.